Cult leader. Yeah. We speak the truth, but we a cult leader. Yeah. Well, listen, I'm a cult leader. Yeah. Well, listen, I'm a cult leader. Yeah.
It's Kool-Aid, a nigga that sip the Kool-Aid. That La Frog, single barrel and goose. Got the coke going up on a Tuesday. Roast the false prophet like a gourmet souffle. Cause me no say spirit gun like I.S.U.P.K. Nigga, my religionist, they look at you like R. Kelly. Still these women wanna do me like I'm Akinelli. West Coast? Nah, I ain't the same cat who used to break laws. They just rather see me as the same cause. Some rather remain lost. My brain washed with these stained thoughts. I be repping for my niggas riding for the same cause. Cult leader. Yeah. Well, bitch, then I'm a cult leader. Yeah. Better ask somebody, bitch.
Cult leader. Yeah. We speak the truth, but we a cult leader. Yeah. Well, bitch, and I'm a cult leader. Yeah. Well, bitch, and I'm a cult leader. Yeah. Yeah. Mic check 1, 2, you hear me? 144 back again. Run it back. Yeah. It's time to leave the enemy desolate. I'm heaven sent, these niggas just on some extra shit, and I ain't impressed with it. Could you kick that bullshit to the left of me? Hey look, you can't deny this excellence. I use this mic like weaponry, and I've been seeking more clarity. Right now I'm ready as I'll ever be, rugged as I ever been. The devil knocking at my door, I'ma let him in, cause I'm a worthy adversary. Pour them liqueur laced with rosemary. It's time to grind, ain't no time to tarry. Take one of mine, get your soul carried. I got 'em worry, plus these niggas full of estrogen. They fickle, they false. Gotta be boss or end up in the real issue. Fuck with my brethren, I deal with you. Yeah. Look, it's getting real official. Seeing how them bitches can cross you, and how they still twist you. It'll hit you, then peel a tissue. Them others weak, my brothers been sent to the deep. So I don't wanna see no more. Hey, in my sword I feel devastation. In my eyes I see desolation. Out my door, death is waiting.
Beat the cops, beat the ops, beat the motherfucking eyes. I'm the one. Why you think that I've been rolling with a cod? Your little arms is too short to hot box with God. Fringes long, team strong with them a gun, die would die. Tired of these fake snakes, crooked Nate to oppress Jake. No pressure makes diamonds I won't break. On this crooked landscape, we gon' make some shake. So I ain't got time to argue with you fucking reprobates. Why these crackers getting richer when we raise the crime rate? And they hunt my people like gorillas and some primates. So we in these streets trying to raise a brother's mind state in every concrete jungle, from Cali to the tri-state. I buried brothers over beef that they couldn't squash. Blood in the streets, brains out like galosh. I trust the cracker when I mix that squash. You listening to real niggas, dog, who can't be bought. Whoa. Why you think I go so hard? Cause this world's fucked up, nigga, I've been scarred. PTSD, brothers can't drop their guard. Every day some bullshit, you gotta weave and bob. It's no facade, so every day I'm on my job. It's time to send these devils to the land of Nod. Cause when I lost my religion, that's when I found God. So when I lost my religion, nigga, I found God.
In my soul I feel devastation. In my eyes I see desolation. On my door, death is waiting. But I don't wanna see no more desolation. I said I don't wanna see no more. Hey, in my soul I feel devastation. In my eyes I see desolation. On my door, death is waiting. But I don't wanna see no more desolation. And I don't wanna see no more.
Nigga was flexing, you a fuck who we vexing. You cannot sit in our section, there is no question. I am the one like it's destined. This shit right here is a blessing, she like my aggression. I keep a bad bitch guessing, right here we call it finessing. This my profession, there is no room for second. That's why I've been investing, killing the session. Nights in the studio chefing, right here we strive for perfection. We don't mind tension, I'll throw these hands like it's tanking. You better run for protection, don't draw no weapons. Don't make my niggas start sketching. I hope that you get the message, soon as we step in, you feel the shift of attention. Your spot don't even get mentioned. Guilt for the niggas I stepped with, die for the niggas I left with. This brotherhood here is a weapon. One west to the death that we reppin'. Smacking up niggas who think they hold weapon. War ready, Lord, bring Armageddon. All black like the kingdom of heaven. All black like my niggas is venom. Round here, most my niggas are felons. Ain't buying that bullshit you selling. Ain't gelling with niggas who's telling. They better digress. Blood of my blood, flesh of my flesh. Less with my brothers, I'll put you to rest. My clicking bitch ass niggas, we do not mesh. Better rethink about who you gon' test. Cause niggas got put in the trunk for less. Where's he going with this shit? Cause tonight you belong to me. I'm from One West headquarters. Follow my captain's orders. Live in the land of pain and torture. No.
Shalom, we're the I.S.U.P.K coming out of 1 West on 25th Street, Harlem, New York. I'm Commander GEN.YAHANNA. Today's topic is Valentine's Day, Valen-CRIME'S Day, rather. Because there's a whole lot of crimes that go down during that time. For every dude that's out there that ain't making enough money, that want to get his woman something big for Valentine's Day. Right. You know? I mean, you got dudes that spending the thousands just on that one day, you know. And at the same time, you know, what is he getting back? You know, what's the reciprocation of that for him? Not much, because I don't think I ever seen a dude get a big Valentine's gift. Have you?
In real life, no. I've seen it on social media. Where sisters and women in general try to, you know, dote on their man with some grand gesture.
Right, okay. Yeah, I think I've seen stuff like that on social media. But damn, before social media came out, nobody was doing that, huh?
Man, most of the time, they just get left with an STD or somebody else kid.
Right, exactly. Yeah, true that. You know, and the STDs is running rampant, you know. They, you know, catching the COVID, catching all kind of, you know, some of everything. Let's begin with a scripture. Let's go to Ecclesiasticus in the Apocrypha, chapter 25 and verse 24. The Cro-Magnon man is a devil that the Bible speaks.
Yeah, that's right.
Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians, separate yourself from him and from these holidays, his holidays. Separate your mind up out of this. And don't, you know, for future reference, don't tell any woman happy Valentine's Day.
Right.
And you know what? That can get you killed.
Yeah, for real.
Right. You know, that can get you killed. You know, imagine you telling a woman, you know, you just coming through, you know, hey, happy Valentine's Day, sis. You might not mean nothing by it. But her man is, you know, around and all of that, right? Or sometimes dudes will say that to the woman right in front of the man. Now, how if you got a jealous dude out there? How does his mind compute this? You know what I'm saying? He's already mad. He's already mad because she wasn't grateful for what he gave her for Valentine's Day.
Right.
So he knows this. He's pissed off. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And it'll take something just that simple that can trigger him off. Oh yeah, not to mention, and he got the 4-4 on him too.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You got that amount of sin. That's why these holidays are geared towards her.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? They in a Hitler kind of way, don't it?
Right.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You know, in a mass murderer kind of way, maybe people can say what they want to say. You know, oh, men go to war, men make all kind of wars, and men do this. Men do that stuff for women.
Right.
To bring comfort to the woman. Think about it. She's the main reason why he's going to want to conquer places.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? He wants to go conquer places so that she can live like the woman from Sex and the City.
Yeah, right.
You know what I'm saying? So she can live like that. She has no understanding of how things are built. She just uses them because they are built. They bring comforts to her. She doesn't understand that, like, say, for instance, how this building that we're in now is constructed. You know, the beams and the concrete and the, you know, all of the stuff, the, you know, pillars and all of the stuff that, you know, that erect the building, you know, the equipment that was used, you know, the things that they had to do, the foundation that was laid. She has no understanding of this stuff, nor does she care to, but she cares to use it only. You see what I'm saying? That's the, you know, the men are the industrial deals, but we go to war because a lot of times because of women. You know, we want to bring comfort. I mean, think about how many people were slaughtered and killed for diamonds.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So that she can wear them. You know what I'm saying? Diamonds that she can wear. You know, men try to, you know, monopolize, you know, certain things and you go to war and kill other armies and stuff off to bring these comforts to her. Anybody ever seen Queen Elizabeth? They had like a tour of her house, and she has, you know, some of the things that she has. She even has like old chessboards that's worth $250,000, things like that. She has slave, you know, artifacts. She owns a bunch of slave artifacts. What had to happen for her to get them artifacts? People had to suffer. You know what I'm saying? People had to suffer greatly and die in order for her to have those artifacts.
Right.
You know, and in order for them, you know, like I said, in order for them to live like Sex and the City in Las Vegas, somebody got to bleed. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. The Indians that was there over in Las Vegas, they had to die.
Right.
They bones are sitting right up under the Las Vegas casinos right now as we speak. You know what I'm saying? So that she can go and enjoy all of that, you know, and have all of that fun. You know, Ivana Trump, you know, can go in any casino, you know what I'm saying, and gamble to her little heart's desires fulfilled. You know. Go ahead.
And through her, we all die.
And that's how, that's how death enters into the world. So just imagine how many crimes is committed on Valentine's Day, right? Just think about how many robberies, you know, that's the quick lick. You know what I'm saying? Imagine how many people get robbed during that time. You know, people getting laid down, and you know, see the dude with the home invasions and all of that's done during that time, just so he can try and hit dude up for his stacks and for his ounces of dope. So that he can go and grind those ounces of dope, turn the dope into money, and sell and buy his woman the diamond ring and the candy and the flowers and chocolate, you know, all of that stuff, so that he can go and do all of that, you know, take her out to dinner, you know, to an expensive restaurant, you know. I mean, she's not gonna settle for, some regular restaurant. She wants the most expensive stuff. She wants the one where all the devils go. Right, she wants to be there. Right, yeah, 5-star restaurants, you know. So she could take on the ways of Esau and eat her old bloody steak too. But you do have some niggas that do that, you know, because they think it's being like an aristocrat, you know. All right. Any more on that?
Kind of. I mean, 25. I think kind of goes with this too.
Okay.
It's like Ecclesiastes 25 and 25. Give the waters no passage, neither a wicked woman liberty to gad abroad.
Yes, because you know, a woman that likes to go wherever the hell she wants to go, that's called a gad abroad. What are people doing during the time of Valentine's Day? They're gadding abroad more than what they normally would. You know, think about it. Look at all of these single sisters out there. Anybody been looking at the Valentine's Day posts that certain sisters been making? How they lonely for Valentine's Day and all of that. Y'all been seeing that?
Yeah.
So those are good.
I also see the ones where it's like, you know, my son is my Valentine. You know what I mean?
Man.
You know what I mean? It's crazy. Like, yeah, you know, or I'm my own Valentine.
Right, things like that.
Or even shouting out, you know, famous people that we don't really even know.
Right.
Just being senile about.
Yeah, that's insanity right there. You know, that's what these holidays produce. Good.
Now, if I may, and like there's one system particular, King and Lord and husband Yahweh is my Valentine.
Man, good night. I've never seen that.
Right.
Like this one sister, it's like.
Yeah, go ahead.
I was gonna say, like, this one sister, she was talking about how, you know, how she can't wait. Like, she was going through some man problems, you know, been kind of yearning for her husband.
Right.
And then kind of jumped over to the one side, like, you know, the Most High's son, Yahweh, you know, Yah's son and king is my husband. Wow. You know, I'm waiting for him. And, like, I think I know where she kind of going with that. And then the other things I seen from her. It would be that rough on him.
Right. And then if she had a man doing Valentine's Day, then she would expect.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You know, she would expect, you know, a month's worth of pay, you know, a paycheck,
right.
Paycheck to get to celebrate that one day. You know what I'm saying? She don't give a damn his bills get behind or any of that. Right. Another thing too, this society also urges a woman to be super selfish. Mm-hmm. Think about it for a second. Now imagine, you know, you have a couple that's dating. They don't know each other like that. They just dating, right? Okay, the tradition is that the man pays for the date, right? All right. Now, he asked her where she want to go. Because the choice of where to go, even though he's paying, the choice of where to go belongs to her.
Right.
She gonna find the most expensive place, not even considering the fact that the dude work at McDonald's.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? She gonna find the most expensive place, not even being considerate, not even sitting there thinking, well, damn, he does just work at McDonald's. So why not go to somewhere that's like far as price reasonable? Why not go to something? No, she cares nothing for that.
Man, if I may, like, piggyback off what you're saying, like, that brother might already have a slavery that he don't want to be at.
Right.
Like, all January, she probably push and nudge and get that overtime. Yeah, go get your money.
Right.
Like waiting for February to come on so that he got something stacked up. He don't want to be there for 12, 16 hours a day.
No. Right. No. Sweating and hot, operating on some damn machine, and the machine hot itself.
Right.
You know. Yeah, he don't want to be there. You know, and he's working hard for the little dollars that he get. He's just making a little over minimum wage, maybe. You know, and he got to deal with the people there. When you're working on jobs like that, the people there are predominantly angry as hell. It's already hot as hell in there. So you know how people get when it's hot, they get a temper, you know. So now he got to listen to.
Hey, I know from experience being at a fucking Arby's.
Right. Right. Me too. Working at KFC, Wendy's, Jones Plastics, several. You know, that's pretty damn raw. That's pretty rough. Right. Days of the year, because the definition of narcissism is to be without empathy. means you can't look at the, position of someone else and be like, no, like she can't look at the position of him and be like, I'm not gonna have him spend, nothing like that. We're gonna go to a place that's reasonable. She wouldn't give a damn. She really feeling you like that. She'll have Valentine's Day at White Castles. You know what I'm saying? She really feeling the dude like that. Is she feeling the dude or is she feeling the experience? Because that's one thing you got to discern when it comes to a broad too. Even I've noticed this. Even if the woman's paying, even if she's paying out her own pocket, she's not really with you, even though she's physically with you, and she's gonna have sex with you that night. But in reality, the thing is not about you and her; it's about her and the experience.
Right.
I've been in a situation to where now you know how dudes are. We try to think, like say for instance, a sister came from Louisville, you know what I'm saying, to Indianapolis to see me and everything. I mean, because you know what I'm saying. Sister that I've been, had been courting or whatever, and she wasn't of course she wasn't in the school and she was in the world, but she wanted to go to a hotel, she wanted to go to a hotel. Now I'm thinking the $60 some dollar a night hotels. No, she's thinking about some expensive hotel. Now, even though she's paying for it, it's not coming out of my pocket, but I'm still like, still looking out for her pocket. You know what I'm saying? I'm looking out for her, her, I'm like, I don't want her to spend too much damn money. I mean, we can find something else to do with that money, I'm thinking like that. But with her, it's about the experience, though. Right. She want to be in this bliss. All kind of stuff. So a lot of the times, it don't be the dude that they really feeling like that. It's just the experience. And a lot of them want to spend their lives going from experience to experience to experience to experience and have the ability to change their mind about things constantly. And this is the thing that niggas save up 3 months before Valentine's Day for. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And through all of that, by the time March come around, or hell before March come around, she's barely even going to remember what was done for her on Thanksgiving, because America also teaches to be very forgetful, you know what I'm saying, of good things. Or to handle it as if she was just entitled to that just behind being a female. Right. Just behind that, that she was entitled to all that you've done for her just because she's a female. And this is just your duty and obligation, to do this. Who else thinks like that? Mm-hmm. The white man. Right. That's why black people get no thanks or anything for anything that we do, because anything good that we do is just what we're supposed to do with slaves. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? You don't get no extra credit for nothing. Look at it. I was looking at the list of black inventors. Damn, that list was long. And they invented stuff that you use every day. You know what I'm saying? A lot of the inventions were great inventions, but a lot of them were just simple things. Right. You know what I'm saying? Like say for instance, I really can't call this too simple of a thing, but the monkey wrench. You know what I'm saying? Everybody know who invented that? Jack Johnson, the boxer. Oh, good night. He invented that. You know what I'm saying? Jack Johnson had super strong hands. But of course, there was a lot of things that his hands weren't strong enough to do. You know what I'm saying? That dude had some super mitts. Right. That's how he was knocking people out like that, But he invented the monkey wrench. And he didn't call it the monkey wrench, he just called it the wrench, but white people put the monkey on it because a Negro invented it. Right. So they call it the monkey wrench. Just like they say things like nigger rig. You said what? You know how they use the word nigger rig. nigger rigging it. But why can't we call it, black ingenuity? You know what I'm saying? We even despise our own stuff. What's making it so bad? We even despise our own inventions and stuff like that. And the things that we can do, we despise it. But then the devil take it on, and all of a sudden, it gets a whole new life. You know what I'm saying? And we start appreciating it then. Once he take it up, like he was the inventor of it. Let's see, okay, any more scripture? Oh, yeah, we had the one with verse 25.
You want me to read it again?
Yeah, you can read that again.
Ecclesiastes chapter 25, verse 25. Give the water no passage, neither a wicked woman liberty to gad abroad. Don't give her liberty to gad abroad. To gad abroad means to go wherever she wants to go. Because you even have some, you have a lot of women that figure there's nothing wrong with them going where they want to go. And you have brothers, that think like that too. Mm-hmm. Well, you should go out with the girls and everything. She go out with her girls. She need to. That's to a bar where thirsty dudes is at. You know what I'm saying? And all of that. Think about it. Dinah was a gad abroad. And look how it worked out for her. Jacob's daughter. This is what it said. She went to go see the daughters of the land. And she winded up in some place, in today's time it would be some club, a bar. And then this was in the land, this was in Shechem, which belonged to Canaan. Dude was a Canaanite prince. You know what I'm saying? The city was even named after him. Took Dinah and had sex with her. You know what I'm saying? Spoiling her for her future husband. Well, that's what happens to gad broads. Go ahead.
So ain't that's Jacob's daughter, right?
Right.
Right, that's what I thought. She got raped by dude.
Right.
Right, yeah, okay, I remember that story.
But at the same time, though, she never should have been in that position.
Absolutely.
She never should have been in a position to even be raped. Positioning is important. You know what I'm saying? They tell the women, go out there and, live your best life and then find a man. You heard this? Find a man. I don't see that in the Bible nowhere. You know what I'm saying? I don't see you go find a man in the Bible nowhere. You know what I'm saying? A woman is prepared for a man. When you go back to Genesis, that show how things should be done. The woman was prepared for the man. The man was created first, and the woman was prepared and brought to the man. That's the way it goes. You know what I'm saying? That's like, could you imagine, somebody preparing, your boss for you at work? What type of sense would that make? Preparing your boss for you at work. You know what I'm saying? You got to prepare yourself for that type of employment. You know what I'm saying? If it's like, a mom working with the metals and everything. They didn't prepare themselves and then come to Amon before he had any experience in metals and be like, we're preparing ourselves for you so you could work for us. No. He had to have, some experience with the metals and things like that. And they saw his experience with it. He was skillful in the metals and he prepared himself for that type of employment and they hired him. That's the way it worked. You know what I'm saying? The lesser is prepared for the greater.
Right.
If you prepare yourself for the woman, then obviously she's the greater of the two.
Right.
She's greater than you. Which brings me to another scripture. Let's see, did I copy this down? The scripture that says, Give not thy strength unto women, nor thy ways to that which destroys kings.
It's like, did you write the one where it says, don't give her much liberty? That was the last one, right?
Right. Yeah, we're going to go back to that. Okay. You wanted to drop something on that?
No, I mean, you pretty much hit it on the head. But yeah, it doesn't matter.
Okay, yeah, we'll go back to that after this right here.
Yeah.
Oh, somebody calling you up, I think. Okay. I think somebody's calling you on your phone. The 6 toes, the oppressor that the Bible speaks of.
Right, that's right.
Black, Hispanics, and Native Indians, separate yourself from this society. If we can separate, think about it. If we can separate just from the holidays alone,
Right.
hell, you damn near halfway there.
Right.
There's separation Sabbaths in the Bible.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It has to be replaced. Because you can't take something from somebody without replacing it with something. You look at this, pull your damn pants up. Pull your pants up. Black man need to pull his damn pants up. Well, here's the thing, with him sagging his pants, he believes that there's some type of cultural strength in it or something.
Right.
You tell him to pull his pants up, okay, you're taking the sagging pants away from him, but what the hell are you replacing it with? You know what I'm saying?
That's a good point.
Because the fake Israelite groups are really not replacing it with real Israelite culture. Because what they're trying to do is make an excuse for the white man and the reason of why he treats you the way he does. So who are they out there for? They out there for Esau. You can tell it by the stuff that they say. They just pull your damn pants up. And Esau standing around listening to this in the crowd, he's liking what's being said. Because what he sees is a black group attacking a comparatively vulnerable black man, teen or whatever. You know what I'm saying? They see that. And they see him being, pretty much just shouted at and finger just pointed directly at him. This man lost his culture. He's sagging his pants and everything out of a rebellion against the culture that he knows that he doesn't belong to. He don't know who he is, and he can't be who he's with. So where does that leave him at? It leaves him stuck in the middle some damn where in this type of limbo. So he's grabbing at things, add-on things, sagging pants, tattoos. You know what I'm saying? He has no, culture and identity.
Right.
He's just out here. You know what I'm saying? He's just here. Okay, go ahead.
Proverbs chapter 31 verse 3. Give not thy strength unto women.
Give not thy strength unto women. You celebrate Valentine's Day, you're giving your strength to the woman.
Right. That's right.
You're giving it to her, and who else are you bowing down to? You're bowing down to that black woman and to that white man. And both of them are standing over you like a parent. You know what I'm saying? They looking gigantic, you know what I'm saying, and you looking this big. You know what I'm saying? And both of them looking at you, yeah, go boy. You know what I'm saying? Both of them running you, he ruling you through her. You know what I'm saying? And that's the dynamic, that's the real dynamic in the black community right there.
Right.
That's the reason why the black community is matriarchal instead of patriarchal. You know what I'm saying? That's a covenant that him and her got together. She don't want to give it up because she doesn't want to give up her power.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? She doesn't want to give up, the power that she has over you, the power that she can just call the cops and just have you arrested whenever she want to sit there and have sex with another dude and then have him spend the night. All she has to do is start an argument with you and call the cops. The cops come, arrest you, lock you up, And then she's right back on the phone again. All right, he's in jail. You can come on over. You can come over. You can spend the night, whatever. She go get her back blown out by him. I done seen this happen. I done seen this happen with a brother. It was pretty messed up because me and him both saw the woman step out that morning with the dude. You know what I'm saying? She had because they had a little girl together. She had the little girl to spend the night over her people's house. Started an argument with him. You know, put him out. Right? He left. She goes somewhere and scoop up some dude that she already, you know what I'm saying, had been talking to, and he came through to blow it out and spend the night. We both come through that morning. We saw both of them coming out the door. She was looking like this. You know how they walk with they, you know what I'm saying, as if she did nothing wrong.
Yeah, shameless.
Right. As if she did, and then gonna have the nerve to call him a day or so later and say, guess what she asked? When are you coming back? Are you serious? Are you serious? You see this? Yeah. That was, you know, and guess what? As soon as she found out he wasn't coming back, well, she played another move. Okay, first thing she did was, paraphrasing, the corner of a house, and in a large house with an argumentative woman.
Yeah.
You know. Okay. Yeah. Let's keep going with that scripture.
Give not thy strength unto women, nor thy ways to that which destroyeth kings.
Nor thy ways to that which destroyeth kings.
That's right.
There's a lot of ways to destroy kings. And we can see them all throughout the scriptures. You know, where you have foolish kings like Ahab. You know what I'm saying? His ways was a way to destroy his kings. He got his woman running the kingdom.
Right.
And his woman, he gave her his strength, and guess what she did with that strength? Start killing righteous men. You know what I'm saying? Men that were morally way better than her husband. She set it out to murder them, so much so to where one of the prophets had to hide 50 prophets in a cave. I think it was Elijah.
It was Obadiah.
Obadiah?
Yeah.
Right, okay, yeah. Obadiah had to hide him in the cave.
Yeah, and then Elijah approached Ahab and had a conversation and pretty much like checking him.
Right. Damn, look at the destruction that caused. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Now just think about it. A lot of women don't have the power that Jezebel had, right? They have like a small measure, a micro measure of that type of power. And you ever notice a lot of them women like that hate brotherhood. So just imagine if they were in a seat like what she was in. They would do the same damn thing. Because we live in a culture that breeds that type of mentality. It breeds the Jezebel spirit. That's why you see Jezebel mentioned again in Revelations. Not talking about the woman, because hell, what's going on now is way more powerful than what the hell was going on then. Back then it was one woman. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. You know? But in Revelations, it's a spirit where there's many of them. You know what I'm saying? A whole culture, you know, a whole society that let's go to Leviticus 19 and 29.
You said what?
Leviticus 19 and 29.
Oh, okay. Oh, I know what you're doing there.
Leviticus chapter 19, verse 29. Do not prostitute thy daughter to cause her to be a whore.
Now, what do we usually think about when we think about prostituting the daughter? We don't think about the many ways that that's done. One of the ways that I'm going to mention is allowing her to, you know, to celebrate Valentine's Day.
Right.
You know, and you ain't gotta actually be standing over your daughter like Huggy Bear and pimping her out.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You know, there's more ways of you allowing her to do certain things. It's the same damn thing. You guilty. You know what I'm saying? You allow her to run around with, walk out the house with booty shorts on. You allow her to do that because you're so damn scared that your daughter's going to cuss you out and talk about the time when she was 7 that you didn't show up to her talent show in the 2nd grade. You so scared she going to mention that you so goddamn, you too scared to even tell her ass how to dress when she walks out that damn house. You know what I'm saying? You know? And the scriptures say the fearful should not enter into the kingdom of heaven.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? That's what the scriptures say. You know? That's one way to prostitute your daughter, but another way that I'm going to talk about. First, I'm going to start with a story. Who in here knows who Simone Biles is?
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Now, she was penalized. They say she was penalized for being too good, but does anybody know what specifically what she was supposed to be penalized though?
I didn't read the full article.
In the damn gymnast stuff is
Those leotards?
yeah, that stuff, you know what I'm saying? That's whore clothes.
Right.
And it's funny because we call that type of prostitution black excellence.
Right.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? We call it that. You know, and it's even people that claim to believe in the Bible that big this girl up, big all the black female gymnasts up, you know, which is actually hypocrisy. You know what I'm saying? Imagine somebody's daughter going out, 16-year-old daughter going out of the house dressed wearing that, what she was wearing.
Right.
So if it's not okay for her to go out there in the street with it, then why in the hell is it okay for her to be in some type of gym around a bunch of old white men wearing that? You know what I'm saying? Flipping all around and spreading her legs all, you know, out. You know what I'm saying? With her cakes hanging out. At 16 damn years old, with these old white dudes judging her. You know what I'm saying? And a white trainer that's, you know, stretching her and all of that stuff. With a box poking out and all that. Any man that allows his daughter to do that, he's doing what the scriptures tell us not to do. Because she is being, because what they gonna do next with girls like that? They're gonna put them in nude photo shoots.
You know?
You know what I'm saying? Which is another form of prostitution. One form of prostitution leading to another. And you know what goes on, what's going to go down. I mean, hell, it goes on in the Olympics. You know what I'm saying? With male and females. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? They want to sex them both up. You know what I'm saying? So, now just imagine where it's going to go when she's doing the nude photos. You know what I'm saying? So by the time, because usually they don't go on to be nothing great. You know what I'm saying?
No.
Just like Mary Lou Retton, everybody knew she was a gymnast woman. She's an Edomite. She's probably one of the most famous gymnasts ever. Okay. She was around back in the 80s and everything, you know, and she was known around the world for being like the world's greatest gymnast. Mm-hmm. Her career after gymnastics didn't go anywhere. You know what I'm saying? You know, she was still well kept up and everything, and, you know, and aged slowly, you know, but other than that, you know, she lived the life of a regular middle class, you know what I'm saying, white woman. Yeah. Right. Nothing great, no movie deals, you know, no anything else, you know what I'm saying. She didn't get to play like a gymnast movie, a gym coach in a movie. You know what I'm saying? Damn, all that flipping and all that. She ain't get to play in a karate movie. You know what I'm saying? None of that. So just imagine a black woman coming off the damn tumbling floor. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. What does she go on to be? Right. Because them endorsements and stuff like that's going to dry the hell up. Yeah. Because she's not active. She's over the hill. You know what I'm saying? So they're going to give their money to the next gymnast, the next little 16-year-old black girl that comes up. So they were doing to her, you know what I'm saying?
It did come out that she was being molested.
Yeah, and that put a spirit on her. You could see the spirit in her face.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And she, you know, she was one of the type that didn't conform to the molestation, obviously. It really messed her up, you know. It really, you know, set a lot of deep-seated anger in her. And you already know who was doing the molesting, them white men.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Ain't no black men in that damn profession. You know what I'm saying? You know, in that profession, they participants.
Yeah.
They out there flipping and tumbling themselves. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? They ain't coaching. They ain't them stretching the little girls and stuff like that. They ain't doing none of that. They ain't setting that as a judge. You know, they ain't doing none of that.
Right.
You know, they'll be there probably, you know, like mop the floor or something. You know what I'm saying? But imagine how many white men done tossed her around. You know what I'm saying? And females. Because a lot of them coaches and stuff be lesbians.
Yeah.
You know, you can just automatically tell it. You know, just like the female basketball coaches and everything, she run around with a damn suit on, looking all like, you know, Rick Pitino. You know what I'm saying? She run around looking like Rick Pitino, you know, and she a female, you know. Man, imagine the abuse that those girls got to go through, because not only is she a damn woman, but she's a very unattractive woman on top of that. You know what I'm saying? You know.
So like, can't be ugly and gay at the same time.
Right, that's what I'm saying. She's gay and hit. You know what I'm saying? Right, exactly. That's what I'm saying. I mean, damn, you know. I guess they think, you know, an ugly woman make a handsome man or something. It's like, you know what I'm saying? You know. You know,
it's like your sister. Hey, you kind of handsome.
With your square jaw.
Hey, that's nice. I like your face, dude.
Right, that's what I'm saying. It's your muscular arms and your square jaw.
What size shoes are those? Where'd you get them?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, she got that nerve to have some heels on. Got the pantsuit and some heels on.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Heels look like Shaq could wear those. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Boy.
Hell, good man.
Yeah, just imagine what goes on in the WNBA and all of that too. You know, and female boxing and all of these different sports, all of that stuff, you know, just like with Serena Williams' dad. Be honest with you, I know he wasn't nowhere near the truth or anything like that, but the scriptures say, "Prostitute thy daughters," you know, not to prostitute your daughter to make her be a whore, lest the land fall to whoredom. Right. And what community we done fell to whoredom. You know, to where every other race is catching they cut off of us. Mm-hmm. You know, when they talk about, you know, black women being defended, when the land falls to whoredom, she will not let you defend her. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. The same way you defend her, the same way you defend your kids. Tell your kids, don't do this, don't do that. That's the way the Most High does us. That's how He defends us.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? He told us to choose life, you know what I'm saying, over death. That's defense. You do what He say, that's defense. You know? Go out for Valentine's Day. Don't celebrate Valentine's Day. That's protection.
Right. I do want to make this point because I remember watching this show called, The Shy. You know that show, right? With Shorty being kidnapped and blah, 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 right?
Right.
And so, it was something that she said, she had went into the bathroom and kidnapped and raped.
Now, see, that was a wise girl right there.
See, but the mother, though, who's a homosexual, she has two mothers, so to speak. Her mother comes into the bathroom, got into what I got into. She was like, no, that's not what it is. And I was like, I ain't get that shit out of here.
Oh, wow.
But the thing is, like, a lot of people don't understand that whoredom is a hard, but of course, you know, no one ever thinks about, you see what I'm saying, the consequences or what got me here. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
You know, everyone just always saying, oh, it's just a bad relationship. You know, it's just this person just has something wrong with them. It's like, nah, like the way you present yourself, you see what I'm saying, depending on the situation, like people are going to treat you like a whore because that's how you treat yourself.
Right.
See what I'm saying?
Exactly. Yeah.
I mean, everything that you do is whorish.
Right.
So people are going to treat you like that.
Right. If a man runs around and he has on a mechanic uniform, what are you going to assume about him?
Yeah, you know, it's like I laugh every time that Quadai says this because he's like, you know, you're trying to run into a police officer, and the guy that's in the police officer suit says, "I'm not a cop," but you have the outfit on. You know what I mean?
Right. Exactly.
Yeah,
why are you wearing that? You know.
Right. Yeah, you see what I'm saying? But
right.
Yeah, a lot of women don't think about that. They think of everything else except for the root of the problem.
Right.
Stop being a whore.
Right.
And whores become whores that are, you know, women that have no guidance, no morals.
Right.
See what I'm saying?
Right.
They don't have no solid ground. And you can become whatever you want if you do not have the laws of the Most High.
Right.
You can become everything underneath the sun.
Right.
You see what I'm saying?
Right. And that's true. And you know what? You know, a lot of people totally embrace that false liberty. You know, to become whatever it is that they want. You know, what was you going to say?
Yeah, I was going to say too. A lot of people think that there are a lot of women that are whores who say that they're not whores, but they don't understand the way that they live their life is very much a lifestyle of a whore.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
And then you know, let's say a woman's not a physical whore, right?
Right.
That's spirit, though.
Yes.
See what I'm saying? The way that they talk, the way that they move.
Right.
You know what I mean? And that's why there's a lot of lonely ass sisters. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
You know, with these degrees, they go into bed with those degrees and dildos.
Right. Exactly. Yeah. And then at the same time, too,
it's because of that spirit.
Right.
That's all.
Right. Right. And then who's going to want to marry, you know, a woman who's blown out by dildos that are 5 times bigger? Up to that.
Wow. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I don't need a man, but you need a man part.
Right.
You need some form of a man.
Right.
But you're saying all this, you know, in public, but behind closed doors, it's different.
Right, exactly. You know, and they get tired of using that, and they want some warm flesh against them, and somebody to pull their hair. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And stuff like that, and that dildo can't do that.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You know.
It's a lot of it.
And in reality, she still misses the pains of love.
Right.
She still misses it. She still misses the arguments. Hell, that's why she argued with every damn dude she run across.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? The nigga at McDonald's that messed up the order. You know what I'm saying? Her damn gynecologist. She argued with him. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
The box doctor.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And she don't put too many mouths on the box, and he trying to kind of let her know that a little bit. You know what I'm saying? And she argued with him, you know, still telling him to lie that she only had 3 dudes in her life.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, multiply that by 10.
Right.
You know, then we get somewhere in the right range.
Right,
You know?
And that's like another thing too. Like what Valentine's really does to not just a woman, but you know, brothers as well. It's like it's a very destructive day.
Right.
And a lot of people look at the fun and reality of it. There's no fun in it.
No.
So I'm saying you are being deceived.
Mm-hmm.
But the thing is, you see what I'm saying? It gives a very false sense of what real love is.
Right.
You know what I mean? And then no one ever asks this question. Like every time we talk about holidays, I always mention this. No one ever asks the question, where does this come from?
Right.
Or why do we celebrate it?
Right.
Who is to tell me that I should celebrate this day and show affection and love, to my man or my woman, on this day,
right,
instead of just doing it any other day.
Right,
you know what I'm saying? And not making it a religion.
Right.
Not making it, a custom thing necessarily, so to speak. You know what I mean?
Right.
And it's just, I don't know, it blows my mind because people have, I've seen people break up with other people because they didn't do nothing on their birthday, a holiday, et cetera, et cetera. I remember, I always bring up this story. I want to say my last year of high school or my junior year, on Valentine's Day, there was a big ass racial fight that happened to the point where the whole school was shut down for 2 hours after, and like, I remind you, it was like 15 minutes left until school was going to be over with. Right. School was shut down for 2 hours and it was just dumb. See what I'm saying? Right. And it was all behind someone messing around with somebody else and finding out on that day. Ooh. So it became one thing and then became racial. You see what I'm saying? Right. I'm talking about like 15 or more people got maced, some people got arrested, all types of stuff. It was crazy.
Wow.
Yeah,
wow.
It was crazy. And I remember just being there like, this is why we should not celebrate holidays. And I was thinking to myself, appreciating that, you know, I was in the truth. You see what I'm saying? Right. Because it's like things like this it doesn't make any sense. It really gives you a false sense of love.
Right. Yeah. As a matter of fact, you know, that's why this class is called Valen-CRIME'S Day.
Yeah, it's very good.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Because, you know, like say for Israel also too, you know, you got to look at the women that work on these jobs and everything, and they got to work on Valentine's Day, or maybe, you know, they might be off Valentine's Day or whatever. But you know that time period, like the week of Valentine's Day, is when a lot of times people start to show who they like. You know what I'm saying? You know, and think about it. You know, you gotta. You know, she at work. She lightweight mad at her dude and all of that. You know, because he's not trying to spend, you know, all of this money on Valentine's Day. As a matter of fact, you know, you got some brothers in the world that hate these holidays.
Damn right. What's on cry? Give them a
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. You got brothers in the world, even though he in the world, he's sitting there thinking how he's being damn extorted on these damn holidays. I remember growing up and hearing men say it. It's always men that say this too. I just can't wait till this shit is over. Christmas, you know, Christmas and Valentine's Day and all of that. I just can't wait till this shit's over. When I was a little kid, I couldn't understand it. I'm like, this is Christmas. Right. You know, I was but then as I grew older, I started to understand. You know what I'm saying? You know why he feel that way. He's mad on these holidays. He's pissed off. Yeah. Now just think about it. Now she at work, you know, doing the Valentine's Day, you know, week, and who wants to bone her makes himself known. Right. You know what I'm saying? He make himself known that day. You know, he sat there and get her something. You know what I'm saying? Something special that he don't give. It's not just a regular card and the little hearts. Yeah. You know, there's something more to it than that. He give her chocolates. You know what I'm saying? Pretty much saying, I want to F you. Right. You know, and her in her mind, she know why he's giving that to her. She's flattered, you know what I'm saying, on getting the gift. Right. And she's comparing it to her man, comparing him to her man. And the simps sit around and they wait for they love these holidays. Right. Because this is a game. You know, this is you know the time for them to run their game and try to screw somebody else's woman. You know, and that damn dude at work runs the risk of getting his damn head blown off. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead.
And it's funny that you kind of bring that out. One thing I'd like to add to it, Ecclesiasticus chapter 23 verse 17. All bread is sweet to a whoremonger. He will not leave off until he dies.
Perfect scripture. Perfect scripture right there. It said all bread. He don't give a damn what kind of bread it is. You know what I'm saying? All bread. Fat, skinny, ugly woman, crippled woman with the, you know what I'm saying, they got the palsy and stuff like that, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? A woman in a wheelchair, he'll knock her down too. Go ahead.
Somebody else's woman.
Yeah, somebody else's woman. That's his prize right there. You got dudes out there that specialize. in screwing somebody else's woman. You know what I'm saying? And here's the funny thing about it. You got their support system, their biggest support system is sisters. Who believe in monogamy and want, who believe in monogamy and don't want their man having another woman and all of that.
Right.
They the biggest supporters of that type of simp. You know what I'm saying? Oh, he know how to make a woman feel, but he's not in no relationship of his own. You know what I'm saying? He can't make a relationship work for nothing. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of the times, dudes like that be bisexual too. You read that scripture again?
Come. Ecclesiastes 23 verse 17. All bread is sweet to a whoremonger.
All bread is sweet to a whoremonger. He don't give a damn if the bread come from another man.
Right.
He'll hit his cakes. He'll hit his buns. You know what I'm saying? Hit men and women both. He's the one that's giving rib and giving her what her man is not giving her.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Right. See this? He specializes. This type of dude specializes in that. He's no different from the damn gigolo. You know what I'm saying? Only thing is, a lot of times he ain't got to get paid for it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? He does it for the pure pleasure of tasting another man's water. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead. What was he saying? Did he say something? Oh, I thought he was going to say something. Yeah, but he does it for the pure pleasure of just having something that somebody else has.
Right.
And like I said, a lot of those dudes are bisexual. He wants her because another man is running up in her. He running behind the other man. What, do you want to screw him? He got to. He got to want to screw the dude. Think about it. I remember one time I was out with this girl one time. I was at a place called Phoenix Hill Tavern. Me and her set a date night. You know what I'm saying? We was gonna hook up and go on a date and all of that, right? We go to this place, Phoenix Hill Tavern. All right. Now, me and her really wasn't together. We were just, how you do the dating thing. We was doing that.
Okay, I see you.
All right.
I see what you're doing.
So we at the bar, we chilling and everything and talking. Well, this older brother comes up, and he's like, so y'all together? And he seen how close we was, to each other and everything. We was like, nah, we ain't together. He's like, sure, y'all not together? Y'all not together? No, bro, we ain't together. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
And dude loses interest and goes on about his business.
Okay.
You see this?
Wait, you said what?
He lost interest because he was wanting to get at her.
Oh, good night.
But he wanted something that belonged to someone else.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
that's a female trait. That is a strong female trait because that's why women are naturally prone for polygamy. Naturally. That's why the dude in high school that all the girls want, that run through all the girls know that he run through the girls and he can still get them too. You know what I'm saying? That is to want something that just like the single dude, nobody wants the single dude. None of the women want the single dude.
Right.
But they see you with that broad, with a broad. Now all of a sudden you looking good to them now. Well, they wasn't even looking at you at first while you was by yourself and everything. You remember that old saying, no bunny wants you until somebody wants you? That is a female trait. That's like, because the way a dude thinks is, a dude's supposed to naturally want a woman that no one else has.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? That doesn't have nobody. You know what I'm saying? For women, it works the direct opposite. Women want men that have other women. She's attracted to men even when she thinks she's not. Go ahead.
I remember it was, I think I was on Twitter, or it was like a screenshot of Twitter. Pretty much it was a whole line of like females just saying like, I'm not going to be with a dude if he doesn't have a girl already or hoes on him. You know what I mean? I don't want no square ass dude. You see what I'm saying? I'm looking at it. I was like, oh, okay. I was like, okay, I get it. Now I'm just looking at the whole feed. There's other females saying the same thing. You know what I mean?
Right. Yeah. They were coming clean with it. I brought this up before a sister one time, and she's like, "Well, that's just messed up." They don't like it when you understand their psychology like that. They want to hide that. You know what I'm saying? You know, I mean, that's why, like the male peacock. You know what I'm saying? The male peacock have his feathers out there, and he had the female peacocks following him. Yeah. The more female peacocks that follow him, the more that's going to get added on to follow him. You know what I'm saying? That's the reason why. If a dude got 5, got 3, that's why they be like, I don't see why a woman get with a man that already got kids everywhere, because it's natural. Yeah. You know, women boom. What, you know what I'm saying? What had the men that have other women? Right. They need to just stop fighting and just get down with polygamy. Right. You know what I'm saying? And stop fighting stop fighting the urge. You know what I'm saying? Resistance is futile. Right. You might as well just get on down. Right. You know.
Join the team.
Right. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Get on the squad. You know. Always got room for a good old point guard. Come on, girl. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Get in the starting lineup right quick. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, get on the starting team. They need to just stop fighting it. Right. You know? These monogamy women, and they a lot of the times they be the ones that lust for these dudes the most. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? You at your cutoff. You know, but every man is different, you know, to each his own. Is it, you want Leviticus 19 and 29?
Say it again. What is it?
Leviticus 19 and 29. That's the rest of it.
Give me a second. Leviticus chapter 19, verse 29. Do not prostitute thy daughter, to cause her to be a whore.
Which includes that damn gymnast stuff in these sports.
Right.
Because like we were reading in the Apocrypha, how the Greek sports, how they were seducing us with that.
Kind of in the Book of Maccabees.
Right, and we was running out naked. Now they just put a little more clothes on you. You know what I'm saying? You know, but... You know, and we look at this stuff as black aircraft carriers and then did all of these great and lofty things down to some damn sexualized sports.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Ours got to be reduced down to something like that. That is an insult. So now, you know, as far as with this Valentine's thing, we are celebrating. I think we spending more when you have all of this money and no resources. You know what I'm saying? So if things get real bad, what do you go back on? You fall back on what the hell do they have? Right. If it fails, they don't have nothing. Because if one damn thing, they can't come together to screw in a damn light bulb. You know what I'm saying? Do it all the time, like Suge Knight and Damian Dash and them try to start a black production company and all of that. Jay-Z, the rumor is that Jay-Z told on them for doing that. And that was busted up quick. Now what you got? You got P. Diddy and Master P, I think it is. They're going to bust that up too. Because they started threatening that money. Where your brotherhood at? You know what I'm saying? That little, you know, feeble alliance y'all had is gonna disappear quick. Right. And y'all will, and for the right price, they'll turn on each other. You know what I'm saying? We got everything that we got is backed by brotherhood in Christ. Right. You know what I'm saying? That's a resource that even our dollar right now is backed by. You know what I'm saying? That's why a dollar. $10 in the hands of a UPK man is more valuable than it is in the hands of somebody that's out there in the world. That's right. You know what I'm saying? The $10 that you use can be used to feed a brother that's going to, you know what I'm saying, There's rocking classes and going to camp and doing this and doing it and laboring and for the truth and all of that and pushing this thing forward. So that $10 is strong. That's why they don't want us having no money.
Right.
That's why they want to starve us. That's why they wish they could get us to celebrate Valentine's Day. You know what I'm saying? They wish they could get us to celebrate it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because if they could get us to celebrate it, then everybody that follow us will start to celebrate it, and then we'll put all of the money that should be going into the kingdom of God, it was put it in their hands, but that stuff is not going to happen. This money is going one way. You know what I'm saying? Towards the kingdom of God. It is backed by, you know what I'm saying, like I said, brotherhood in Christ, which makes the little bit that we get more valuable than the much that they get. You know what I'm saying? You know, our dollar is backed by even more than what it was backed by during the time of Black Wall Street.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And then that's the messed up thing too. During the time of Black Wall Street and all of that stuff, we were still celebrating these holidays.
Right.
Tulsa, Oklahoma alone had 21 churches. So you already know what it did there. And you know, these wasn't no little rinky-dink churches. These were big, highly respected churches. Big as some of the damn universities and stuff that we had, you know. So that's one of the ways, because when you celebrate, even if you operate inside of a separate community, if you celebrate these holidays, you're still letting them in.
Right.
You're letting them in. Just like I was listening to this brother's podcast, and he was talking about like the street dudes, how they let the Edomites and they rap stuff, and you know what I'm saying, and let the Edomites, you know, say nigga and let them, you know, pretty much hijack the culture and all of that, right? Well, you got to look at these so-called well-to-do Negroes and everything also, because celebrating these holidays, and not only that, but they do it. They just do it with it. They do the same thing that so-called Pookie and Ray Ray's doing. They do the same damn thing, only they wearing a suit when they do it. You look at these mega churches and all of that. They let devils up in there, even after the one devil smoked 9 Negroes inside one church. Right. And you think the T.D. Jakes and them will be like, have guards pat white people down at the doors? Hell no. They'll let the next shooter in with no problem. He could come in trench coat and all. And ain't nobody gonna pat him down. Nobody's gonna say nothing. He can walk right up in there, just like Dylan Storm Roof, and have the guns on him right then. You know what I'm saying? They can see the guns. What will they do? Someone will just stand there looking shocked, and then they'll just look at each other. You know what I'm saying? And that'll be it. And he could just pull out his knives and then just start, you know, blasting away. You know what I'm saying?
That's how it be.
Right. Exactly. And through that right there, what will happen to that church, the other churches will not, you know, they still won't heed what just happened. You know what I'm saying? They still won't pay attention to what just happened. They'll still allow them to go right in. So what the hell is dude talking about? When the well-to-do Negroes or whatever, the high-value Negroes or whatever you want to call them, or you know, or the black elite, I guess that would be the term, something like that, right? They do the same damn thing Pookie and Ray Ray would do. The same damn thing, but at the same time to try to put it like they're somehow better and want to down him for that. So that's where, you know, with that guy in that podcast, I totally disagree with him on that. Now, you got people that's trying to wake people up, but they're not inside the I.S.U.P.K, so they're not coming with the proper knowledge. You know what I'm saying? They can't even tell people not to celebrate Thanksgiving. Not Thanksgiving, but Valentine's Day.
Right.
What good is it to tell them not to celebrate Christmas when they get to sneak in things like Valentine's Day? They get to sneak it in. I know a church right now that will not celebrate Christmas. You know, Halloween or anything like that. But guess what? One holiday they will keep. They'll keep Thanksgiving and birthdays. You know what I'm saying? It's either all or nothing at all. You know, what message are you sending by celebrating a holiday of murder? Oh yeah, and they celebrate Valentine's Day too. They might as well just go ahead and keep Christmas, right?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? Hell, they might as damn well if they keep the other holidays.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know, they're just picking and choosing, you know, which holidays they're going to keep and which ones they won't. You look at the history of Thanksgiving, you know, I mean, damn, you know, murder, right? I mean, you know, you look at the history of Valentine's Day. Same damn thing. Homosexuality, you know, the heart really being a butt for real.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? The heart, you know, you got a woman, you know, and on her hands and knees, you know what I'm saying, with her behind in the air, and it looks like this.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You know, from the go ahead.
You know, I was gonna say, I mean, Valentine's Day is actually the birth of it is actually homosexuality,
Right.
boredom, and lust and things of that sort.
Right, and pedophilia, because you got two little naked little white dudes with bows and arrows. You know what I'm saying? You know, and also too, it was also worshiping the god of nakedness. Venus. I think it was Venus or Aphrodite, I think it is.
Something like that.
Yeah, the goddess of nakedness.
Yeah.
You know, because that's another thing that Valentine's Day is associated with: orgies. You know what I'm saying? Orgies.
Sex.
Yes, illicit sex.
Yeah.
Sex parties.
Right.
You know, the Valentine, you give a person the Valentine's, you know, in the ancient time, that means y'all can ready bang. You know what I'm saying? Inside them orgies. Just like the mistletoe, kissing up under the mistletoe and all of that. Well, in ancient times, that was an orgy too. You put the mistletoe on somebody's head and kiss them. Next thing you know, y'all, you know, sprawled out on the floor somewhere. One of these sex parties.
Right.
Yeah, it has nothing to do with any love. You know, look at, you know, you want to see whether something's good or evil. Look at what it produces. Look at the result of it. You know, look how many divorces happened during this time over a damn Valentine's gift.
Right.
She figured she wasn't done right on Valentine's Day. You know, or either the man that spent all of this money on her Valentine's Day, and what did he get? What is a Valentine's present that men even get? Generally, I mean, you know, I can't think of it.
Right.
And don't no man give a damn about no goddamn roses. Real talk. You know, if he give you flowers and everything, you know what I'm saying? What am I gonna do with this? You know what I'm saying? It's the way a man, a woman, oh, these are so beautiful, and smelling them and everything. You looking at the damn flowers like,
yeah, right.
You half-ass insulted. You know what I'm saying? You know, you appreciate the gesture, but goddamn, you could have asked me what the hell I wanted, you know, something I can use. The hell can I do with these?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You could have put some goddamn, some screwdrivers in a goddamn bouquet, and I would have accepted way better than this. I can use the damn screwdrivers, you know what I'm saying? Right. Okay, let's go to 1 Samuel 7:3.
Yeah,
I like
15 more minutes.
Okay. I like this scripture right here because this also goes into a strong root of the matter that we've been dealing with for thousands of years.
1 Samuel chapter 7 verse 3. And Samuel spake unto all the house of Israel, saying, if ye do return unto the Most High with all your hearts, then put away the strange gods, and Ashtaroth from among you.
Wait a minute. Check it out. Read it this way. Say, put away the strange gods. Pause for a second, and then say, and Ashtaroth. Because you'll see something inside that. Go ahead.
If ye do return unto the Most High with all your hearts, then put away the strange gods and Ashtaroth from among you.
And Ashtaroth. It's a reason why there was a pause there. It's a reason for it. It said, put away the strange gods, which was many of them, right? But then it said, and Ashtaroth. Put Ashtaroth in a class by herself. You know what I'm saying? Because that's the God that we would try to hide the most. You know what I'm saying? That's the goddess of feminism. That's the mother of all female deities. That's the mother of the Jezebel spirit. That is the mother of Diana. Columbia. Columbia is what America was actually called before it was called America. You know, it was called, but from the Edomites, what the Edomites called it, Columbia, which is actually personifies another version of Ashtaroth, the same thing. Ishtar,
Ishtar,
right?
Gaia,
right? Isis,
Isis,
all of that. This is the mother of all of that. Yeah, the Shiva and all of that. Yeshiva. Yeshiva.
That's funny.
This is the mother of, but this is the one that we would try to hide the most.
Right.
Feminism weaves its way into everything. That's why when you go into Revelations, it said, "Thou suffer that woman Jezebel to teach." You know what I'm saying? My people to eat things, to sacrifice to idols, and to commit fornication. It's also fornicate with Buddha. Fornicating with the Yeshiva, Yeshiva. Fornicating with that God. Fornicating with all the different different deities, and also teaching that. Go ahead. Take that one from the top.
1 Samuel chapter 7 verse 3. And Samuel spake unto all the house of Israel, saying, If ye do return unto the Most High with all your hearts, then put away the strange gods and Ashtaroth.
Like I was saying, this is the God of worshiping a woman.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And it melts its way even into men that love the Lord. That's how King Solomon went off. How he did.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Notice he didn't go off just to the strange gods. When he married the heathen women, because all the heathen nations of women have Ashtaroth as one of their gods. She's one of the most famous deities of all. You know what I'm saying? She's one of the most. She's all over the earth and in every culture and society. And the amount of feminism varies in degree. Even like the Arabs and everything that are they're pro man and have their woman in subjection and everything. They still are up under that spirit too.
That's right.
Even though they keep their women in order, that same spirit is still with them. I mean, you think about it. You look at them damn robes that they be wearing, and look at how the black Muslims over here, their new attire with a damn skirt on, a Jehovah's Witness skirt on. You know what I'm saying? And a damn kufi.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I mean, that should make even, Muslim niggas, rough Muslim niggas from jail be like, oh, wait, man, hold on, dude. This ain't, at first it was the high waters. It was the high waters and the bow tie, which looked goofy as hell. Now, They running around with the damn kufi on and the Jehovah's Witness skirt, dressing just like the sisters.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So now you get to see how their worship of that God manifests itself, even though they have their women in check and everything. That right there was so when King Solomon went off and everything, what did they get him to worship? They got, that's why he was spending that money and building their temples and stuff like that. Right. You know what I'm saying? He was seduced. When you get seduced like that, it takes you in further than you're willing to go. You know what I'm saying? And he wasn't willing for things to wind up the way they did. But that little bit pull, give an inch and then take a mile. And that's what happened with him. Next thing you know what I'm saying? He said somewhere, it's vanity of vanity, all is vanity. You know what I'm saying? He's physically feeling physically feeling, what went down and everything and all of that, His mind is, kind of messed up behind it. But then he come at the end of the day and said all is vanity because he tried to see what everything do.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? He tried to see what this got to offer, what that got to offer. Let me check out that book right there. Let me see what wisdom is inside that book. Let me look at these books over here. And he just wore himself out. You know what I'm saying? And I can imagine how he said what he said in that last scripture in Ecclesiastes, when he said, look, just keep them commandments. You know what I'm saying? Look, after he's tired, you know what I'm saying? He's like, look, man, in many books there's much learned, and much study is a weary of the mind. Just keep God's commandments. And that was the conclusion of the matter. You know what I'm saying? And then he started thinking about, damn, if I didn't go off like this, you know what I'm saying? He saw which side his bread was buttered on, he was like, damn, that life right there is trying to damn kill me. And all these women, all these hoes too, you know what I'm saying? He's thinking like a rapper.
No.
He's thinking like a rapper later in his career, Okay, let's go to Jeremiah chapter 44 and verse 15. Mr. Flashing Lights is the devil that the Bible speaks of.
Right. That's right.
I didn't know I'm say that's white, but
that's white. Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians separate yourself from all. Don't be partial in your separation, of these holidays.
right.
And everything, Even on holidays that don't require you to spend much money, like what, Easter? All you have to worry about Easter time is getting an outfit and some candy or something.
Yeah.
Which is one of the cheaper, but you shouldn't celebrate that either, because what you don't spend out of your pocket is what you do spend in your soul. You know what I'm saying? You gotta deliver gotta deliver your soul. That's what this thing is about, And your soul, one of the main what do they say? What components or something of your soul
Like
is
that.
your desires.
Something.
Your desire. Separate your desire from this place. Okay. Go ahead, Amon. I'm ready.
Okay, Jeremiah chapter 44, verse 15. Then all the men which knew that their wives had birth.
Whoa, all the men that what? That knew. That the wives did what? Go ahead.
Had burnt incense unto other gods.
That knew and didn't say nothing about it. They didn't check them. This goes on a lot too. A lot of brothers get that, a lot of people get that mindset of, well, I know this is wrong, but I mean, she ain't got nothing else. I mean, so I just let her get by with this. Mm-hmm. Making it look like something small.
Right.
That happened in the Garden of Eden too. Because Adam knew that Eve was going to the tree of the knowledge of good and evil. Mm-hmm. But he's sitting there thinking, well, shit, I'm working all day. My job is to replenish the land and such and such, and make everything great, and do all of this and that to make heaven on earth. And what does she got? She really ain't got nothing. I got all this authority, and she really ain't got nothing. Let her have a little something to herself. That's a simple way of thinking right there. Because what does she have, which is the ability to serve you and be the helpmeet that she was created to be? You know what I'm saying? That's where her excitement should be in.
Right.
Her excitement should be in serving you.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? If her excitement ain't in serving you, something's very wrong. Mm-hmm. Go ahead.
And all the women that stood by, a great multitude.
A great multitude of women. This is a congregation of women right here, right? Mm-hmm. Nothing good comes from a congregation of women. Right. They ain't coming forth to do no work, for the Lord, for the men of the Lord. A congregation of them is always evil if it's not about that. Go ahead.
Yeah, right.
Even all the people that dwelt in the land of Egypt in Pathros answered Jeremiah, saying, as for the word that thou hast spoken unto us in the name of the Most High.
Now they knew that this was God, speaking through the prophet. They knew it. They knew it. Look at the boldness. Watch the boldness of them right here.
We will not hearken unto them.
Some sisters you just can't tell about Valentine's Day. Mm-hmm. They don't want to hear it. You can't tell them about Christmas. You can't tell them about Easter. Not gonna do. But the women suffered way worse, though. I gotta say, the women suffered worse. The Lord killed the men quick. Guess how he killed the women? Anybody know? Starved them to death. Now remember what they were just saying. A lot of times the Lord punished people by their devices. They were saying, oh, we ain't missed no food. Okay, keep reading.
Verse 17. But we will certainly do whatsoever thing goeth forth out of our own mouth, to burn incense unto the Queen of Heaven, and to pour out drink offerings unto her, as we have done, we and our fathers, our kings and our princes, in the cities of Judah and in the streets of Jerusalem. For then had we plenty of victuals.
You see this? For them, pretty much saying we had plenty of food when we were serving. The Queen of Heaven, we had plenty of food. Mm-hmm. So what did the Most High do? He caused the bread of the Egyptians to fail and starved the women to death. Their death was slow and painful, and they had to watch. That's where they had to eat the children and everything. During this time where they had to eat their kids. Remember, Polite kept bringing that up. Why did y'all have to eat your children? Why did y'all have to eat your children? Well, there's times in Africa where they had to eat their children. You know what I'm saying? So he should understand. It was like he claimed to be, African and all of that. He claimed to be an African. He should understand that. Go ahead.
I was just about to get that scripture for you too.
Oh, okay.
I was just thinking about it.
Yeah. Can you pull it?
Huh?
The scripture?
No, I was just about to.
Oh, this one right here?
Yeah,
okay.
That's a badass one.
And were well and saw no evil. But since we left off to burn incense to the Queen of Heaven,
getting shot in the street by police, and we've been losing our jobs, and we was doing all of that stuff. All of this stuff was happening then.
Jeremiah 44:15.
Oh, actually, I got a different one. My bad. I got one for you.
Okay.
If you don't mind.
Yeah.
Jeremiah chapter 7, verse 18. The children gather wood and the fathers kindle the fire.
Right, I had that one down too. I skipped over it.
Alright, great one. I see a lot. And the woman knead their dough to make cakes to the Queen of Heaven.
Now, let's go back to, it said the fathers first, right?
The children gather wood.
Oh, okay, there we go, okay. Go ahead and read that part.
Come. The children gather wood.
The children gather wood. This is what it means to serve other gods.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Serving other gods and worshiping other gods is different. But the Lord still get pissed off at both.
Come.
You know what I'm saying? Just like you got people out there that don't celebrate the holidays, right? They don't celebrate Christmas. But what they'll do is, well, I'm just going to cook a little dish. One of my little favorite dishes and everything, we just in for the food, I'm just going to cook a little something.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Even sisters coming into the knowledge of being an Israelite, they used to cooking every year for Christmas. They'll go and cook a few dishes. That's serving that God.
Right.
That's serving right there. And they say what with the sons, with the
children gather wood.
The children got the kids laboring for that day, for a day that the Most High for the Queen of Heaven.
Right.
Because what are they doing? They're making fires and burning fires to her, to the Queen of Heaven, which is also Astaroth, Isis, Ishtar, and all of that. Go ahead.
Come. And the fathers kindle the fire, and the woman knead their dough to make cakes to the Queen of Heaven, and to pour out drink offerings unto other gods, that they may provoke me to anger. Right.
What are they doing? Is laboring for these other gods.
Right.
Laboring for them.
Right.
Got the children out, gathering the wood, getting all type of damn splinters, picking up wood, getting bit by snakes, just hiding off in the wood, making the fires and people getting burnt and all that, and they still can't see that the Lord is against them. A lot of this stuff's going down because the Most High is against what they're doing. People kneading the dough and making the cakes and they eating the cakes and them getting sick. They still, the Most High is throwing warning signs out there while they're doing this to let them know that what they're doing is not good and He's against them in it.
Salaki, I got another one for you. And cut over time too. Let's see something real quick. This is one of my favorite scriptures right here, right? Judges chapter 10, verse 14. Go and cry unto the gods, which ye have chosen. Let them deliver you in the time of your tribulation.
Right, that's when the Most High gets so angry, and called, last month, you down.
This verse says, and the children of Israel to thee, deliver us only, we pray thee this day. Verse 16, and they put away the strange gods from among them, and served the Lord, and his soul was grieved for the misery of Israel.
The Lord, it said his soul was grieved for the misery of Israel. The Most High sat back thinking, man, because his heart is touched, and he see the misery of what's going on. He's like, man, let me help them, man. Let me help them.
Right.
See, here's the thing with celebrating of these days like Valentine's Day. The Most High might kill a lot of you before He has mercy on the rest. You know what I'm saying? And now you got to sit there and think. You just can't go on the mercy of the Lord alone. You just can't go on that,
Right.
Because you might not be one that He has mercy on. You don't know. Yeah, go ahead.
And Salaki, and that's proof everything that the brother Tarab was saying, because 7 or more shootings happened just this past weekend.
Right.
See what I'm
Right,
saying?
it's violent. That's why the name of this class is violent crimes.
And it was like back to back between 2 days. Imagine that. And then around the same spot in North Minneapolis.
Wow.
And then some killings happened in St. Paul as well this past weekend.
So you got to kind of think about what probably sparked those killings.
Right.
Dude trying to be another woman's Valentine. You know what I'm saying? Another thing too, niggas love to dump on each other real hard during the time of these like Valentine's Day, because one thing that we love to do, we love to talk about how some other nigga ain't getting bread. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Think about that for a second. You know, we will call another man, put it like he's less than a man because he make less money than you. You know what I'm saying? We'll put it like he's less of a man, and then trying to convince his woman of that. Trying to get at his woman, pulling out big rolls of money in front of her, things like that. You know, and you wonder why so many simp dudes get killed.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You know, either by trying to get at this dude's, you know, baby mama and everything. You know, trying to get at her. You know, trying to, you know, flash at his money and be like, you know, trying to, you know, for her to see it. You know, talking about how well paid he is and putting it like life could be so much better with him if she leave her man. You know what I'm saying? And simple women go for that garbage too. You know, simple women go for it. And if she go for it, then that brother that, you know, that she left, man, that's a good thing. He just dodged a bullet. Because she gonna end up pregnant by that same nigga that was flashing all that cash. She end up pregnant by him and taking his ass to the cleaners and child support.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You know, the devices that somebody have against another nigga, and you know, and this is a time where they would, you know, use those devices that they have against another brother. A lot of times they get caught up in them themselves. What does the scripture say? He who rolleth the stone shall return upon him. You know, he who setteth the trap shall fall therein, or something like that. You know, this is one story that I want to bring up. And this is an old story though. It was a judge, and this woman's in court for child support against a man, right? And she's trying to find out how she can run her man through the ringer. Well, this judge knows all the tricks of the trade that she can use to run her dude through the damn ringer in the child support in the system. He's teaching her all the tricks, right? Well, he ends up having sex with this woman, starting a relationship with the same damn woman, right? Guess what? He ends up getting her pregnant.
I think you told the story.
And he's a judge, and he's a married judge on top of that. So she took all that he taught her and used it against him. He rolled that stone, and that stone returned right back up on him. You know, that was great right there. So, you know, you got to think about this stuff for Thanksgiving, because Thanksgiving, all the simps come out. All the simps come out. You know, at this time. With that being said, we got the I.S.U.P.K coming out of 1 West on the 25th Street, Harlem, New York, under Commander GEN.YAHANNA. Pay your tithes, support this truth, and support the men that are out here battling to separate this nation from the people that are killing and destroying us. Right. With that being said, I'm about to pass the class over to Priest and Officer Amandabar.
UPK security announcements. We have the I.S.U.P.K started out of 1 West, 125th Street, Harlem, New York. Rule for new brothers and sisters. When a new brother sets to marry. Tithes, which is a commandment. Numbers, chapter 18, verse 21. And Malachi, chapter 3, verses 8 through 10. Means 10th in the Hebrew. Ma'ashra. 10% of every penny of any increase the Most High gives you, give to the Treasury Department or teachers. Now there is a new UPK cash app for tithes. And what is it? I believe it's I.S.U.P.K tithes.
No, something else. I think it's UPK tithes. I'll double check.
Yeah, Bible shop.
Yeah.
And you can go to the same source for the priest fund, free will offering for the priest, not mandatory, whatsoever amount you would like.
One West tithes.
Okay. It's money. It's $1 West tithes. Or you can still always go to ISUPK.com, drop down to the donate now button, pay your tithes that way. If you're in the Midwest, if you're in Minnesota, you can always go to $UPK Minnesota. Upcoming holy convocations, we got the Feast of Purim in like under 2 weeks.
Next week.
Next week, matter of fact, Most High in Christ, the 25th and the 26th. Again, you can go to ISUPK.com, contact the school near you, and figure out what their arrangements are, where they're gathering, how they're holding the event. And we got the Passover coming up again, April 25th, or April 24th. April 24th. After that, we got the Feast of Unleavened Bread. We're going down to Houston, Texas, the B&H Ranch. So again, contact the school near you, start saving up your money, get the travel arrangements in order, get your lodging in order, and get ready for a good time breaking bread with your brothers and sisters. Any brother wants to be a trooper in the school, start wearing all black. That means your boots, your shirt, your pants, your headband, and your scarf. With that, upon the outward dome, which means turn to face the east, we say the Lord's Prayer in Hebrew. Abinawa, Shabbat Shemayim, Wadash, Hayah, Shamkat, Yahweh, Malakutka, Taba'ah, Batazaka, Hayah, Aisha, Ba'alatza, Kawah, Hayah, Hashemayim, Natananawa, Lakam, Kal, Yawam, Wasalakna, Kabawakna, Kasalakna, Kabawakina, Wala'ah, Tabiya'ana, Banasayawam, Bo, Hawashayna, Mayan, Right, Hayah, Laka, Malakwa, Wahala, Watapara, La I will love you. Amen. The Lord's Prayer in English. Our Father, who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Yahweh, thy kingdom come. Thy will be done. In earth, as it is in heaven. Give us this day. Our daily bread. And forgive us of our debts. As we forgive our debts. And lead us not into temptation. But deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom. And the power. And the glory. Forever. So be it. Pray to bless Israel in the Hebrew. Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. Rock now. Wayashai. Wabayat. Pardon. Barak. Hagan. This time you can say the name of a loved one once. Everyone repeats that name once. If you're following us on Facebook Live or on YouTube, you can type in the name of a loved one and we'll repeat that for you also. I.S.U.P.K Minneapolis.
John Yahweh.
Malaki. Rapayah.
I.S.U.P.K Minneapolis. All of Israel.
Israelite School UPK. All of Israel.
Yeah, no one's on that right now.
Bashem Yahushai. Tuwaraman. Prayer to bless Israel in English. Lord, in the name of Yahushua, bless us, and Israel, and the school, bless, heal, shield, protect, loved ones, in the name of Yahushua, thank you, so be it. Blessed be Yahweh, King of heaven and earth, and all things living, Yahweh, in the name of Yahushua, this do us now, right now, say evils and curses, punishment and destruction, to the heathens, that speak against us, thy prophets, teachers, princes, princes,
priests,
the priests,
the Israelite brothers,
the Israelite brothers,
and the school.
and the school.
Say evils and curses,
And evils and curses,
punishment, destruction,
punishment and
to
destruction
the heathen,
to the heathen,
and shake loose the treasure
and shake loose the
for
treasure
the rich of
of the
Israel
rich of
that
Israel
refuse to give to the school.
that refuse to give to the school.
Force their riches
Force their riches
into thy sanctuary.
into thy sanctuary.
Say evils and curses,
And evils and curses,
punishment, destruction
punishment and destruction
to the
to
Edomites
the Edomites
and the nation
and the nation
and their drug dealers,
and their drug dealers,
court system,
court system,
prison system,
prison system,
Planned Parenthood,
Planned Parenthood,
all the governments of our enemies,
all the governments of land,
Amalek synagogues and armies,
Amalek synagogues and armies,
Roman Catholic Church,
Roman Catholic Church,
Pope,
Pope,
Islam, Christianity,
Christianity,
Egyptology,
Egyptology,
militia, Ku Klux
Ku
Klan,
Klux Klan,
Aryan Nation,
Aryan Nation,
Skinheads, Posse Comitatus,
Comitatus,
Gay Movement,
Gay Movement,
the Lesbian
the
Movement,
Lesbian Movement,
Spies, Workers of Witchcraft,
Workers of Witchcraft,
National Space Program,
National Space Program,
Army, Navy, Air Force,
Air Force,
Marine, Wall Street,
Wall Street,
open up the internet,
open up the internet,
and the airwaves,
and airways,
cable access channel,
cable access
and
channel,
the radio channel,
and the radio channel,
Victor Spirit,
convict the spirit,
many of thy people,
many of thy
seek
people
to stop
that
us,
seek to stop
bring
us,
swift destruction
and bring swift destruction
to all the heathen
to all the heathen
that stand in the way,
stand in the way,
try to stop us
try to stop us,
broadcasting your word
broadcasting your word
throughout the planet Earth.
throughout the planet Earth,
Let loose all the plagues,
let loose all the plagues,
cause them to go to and fro
cause them to go to and fro
through the earth
through the earth
and consume them.
and consume them.
Let the plague shake
Let the plague shake
the house of the thief
the house of the thief
and the murder.
and the
The
murder.
Yahushua,
The Yahushua,
Michael and Gabriel,
Michael and Gabriel,
come down with the flying saucers,
down with the flying saucers,
all the heathen
punish all the heathen
that come up against us
that come up against
as
us
we speak thy word.
as we speak thy word.
Cause it to be known
Cause it to be known
by all
by all
that it's the angels that have done
it's
it.
the angels that have done it.
Cause it to be spread
Cause it to be
through the
spread
media
throughout the media,
throughout the whole world.
throughout the whole world.
Cause them to shake at thy coming.
Cause it to shake at thy
In
coming.
the name of
And
Yahushua,
then Yahushua,
thank you always.
thank you always.
So be it.
So be it.
So, men of Israel, Maj Shabbat, Majum, Barak, Yahweh, courtesy salute to the sisters. Men of Israel, Maj Shabbat, Majum, Barak, Yahweh, class